Hello everyone, welcome to today's Royal Cyber webinar about GCP Vertex AI and Model Garden. Let me introduce our team. I'm Samane Moheb Alizadeh, data science consultant at Royal Cyber. With the help of my colleague Mustafa Ali, senior data engineer, will be your host for today's presentation. Now, let's briefly outline today's agenda. We'll start by a brief introduction about our company, Royal Cyber. We'll then explain why companies need AI as a solution to their issues, turning to an introduction about why Vertex AI. Finally, my colleague Mustafa Ali will speak about the Model Garden demo. Lastly, we'll have a Q&A session where our team will answer your questions. Now, a quick overview of Royal Cyber. We are a rapidly growing IT consulting and digital transformation company specializing in various domains, including e commerce, digital transformation, cloud computing, AI, and machine learning. With a team of 2,000 skilled employees and offshore delivery centers in India, we have a strategic partnership with major technology companies like Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, Oracle, Google, and more. You might be wondering why AI and why Google. Google aims to make AI accessible to every company on their journey for data to AI. If you are in the travel and hospitality industry, you can use AI and machine learning to enhance aircraft scheduling or provide dynamic pricing options. Retail business can leverage AI for sales professions and inventory optimization. Now let's see what is Vertex AI. Vertex AI is a platform where you can build and deploy machine learning model at a scale with pre-trained and custom tooling with a unified artificial intelligence platform. What Vertex AI is providing for different users. If users are coming from business background or if you are not familiar with any software related expertise, you can utilize Vertex AI through contact center AI, through document AI, discovery AI, or healthcare AI. Imagine you have some PDF you want to extract some information. So as a business user, you don't have to deep dive into software related expertise. You can upload your document and extract the information you want. Or if you have any compliant data in terms of healthcare, so you can use those APIs to extract the information to your patient and other doctors related. If you're a developer, you have software related expertise, but you don't have any ML expertise. So generative AI app is there in Vertex AI. You can use some foundation models, conversation AI, and enterprise search. For chat purposes, you can deploy those models. You don't have to deep dive into the AI knowledge background. You don't have to learn those knowledge, but you can utilize a Vertex AI to build your model. If you are a practitioner, you can use the Vertex by services Vertex AI is providing, like Model Garden, Generative AI Studio, Generative AI APIs. My colleague will provide you with an introduction about Model Garden. We have text related models, chat related, code generating, and for using images of images reviews and musics. Vertex AI is also a local no code or low code framework where you can use AutoML. In providers' vision APIs, you can use videos. It can be used for language, speech, for tables, and forecasting models as well. Also, you can use BigQuery machine learning for your ML purposes at the Data Science Toolkit. What you need is, as some storage accounts have some tables, or you can have a BigQuery, or you can use a Spark Spanner or BI Looker as a BI tool, where you can implement your machine learning model with your BI solution. In custom workflows, you have to experiment on your dataset. You have to train your models and deploy your models within Vertex AI. Next, we have machine learning operations, MLOps, where you can combine machine learning expert with a type of expertise. You can train your model. You could be explainable. That could be explainable AI, ML metadata, feature store, model registry, model evaluation, continuous training, and continuous deployment of those models. You can build those models pipeline with Vertex AI. Now moving to Vertex AI Model Garden. Model Garden is nothing but a centralized repository where you can explore, adapt, and implement a diverse range of models. Model Garden offers a carefully curated selection of over 100 models, encompassing enterprise-ready foundational model APIs, open source models, and specialized models sourced from both Google and third-party providers. Before moving to why we use Model Garden, why we don't go with the traditional approach, that is for out traditional LLM development. So by using LLM development, using pre-trained APIs in foundation model, you don't need to have ML expertise, the training dataset, and don't need to train your models. The only thing you need is think about the prompt design to achieve from your model, to translate your model to achieve what you are expecting from the model. In additional, in traditional ML development, in addition to all those previous needs, this is an iterative process. You can train a model, it could work or it could not work. So you must train multiple models and you have to read the models after some solution, and after that you have to think about minimizing the loss function. Now in foundation model, a single task model is trained from the scratch. This is nothing but training your own models. So you need a training example. You need ML expertise, compute, time, and hardware, then minimizing the loss function. As we discussed earlier of what you will achieve, It's access to those foundation model with low code or no code users. If you don't want to code, you can use those APIs. But if you want to customize your model, you can code a bit of it. And you can achieve the model you want, but you don't have to do. And no worry about those training examples. If you have 0 to 10 examples, that's enough to retrain or fine tune our model. No ML expertise is required. You can use those foundation models through APIs or through natural language. And again, you have to think about the prompt designing here. What is Vertex AI? Model Garden is providing services that is based on open source, task specific, or foundation model. Currently, foundation models are in a generally available open source, and task specific models are not generally available for every user. About foundation model, we have already discussed. We have number of models pre-trained available in our model garden. What generative AI studio is? It's an interactive platform where you can test those foundation models. You can use those foundation models through prompt designing, or you can use generative AI studio to fine-tune your those foundation models. Vertex AI is also providing ML platforms where you can expertise. You can experiment, train, and deploy those models. If you want to retrain those models, you can do that in ML platform. Foundation model overview is nothing but pre-trained models trained on the data including text, image, speech, structured data, 3D signals. After that, you have those foundation models where you can implement those foundation models. You can use those models for question answering through your document, through your image. You can use those models for sentimental analysis, information extracting, image capturing, object recognition, and instruction following, and many more other tasks you can perform throughout this foundational model. In foundation model, we have text model if you want to generate text or summarize any document or content writing. If you want to build chat, Assistant Model Garden offers Palm for chat model. If you want to generate or edit image through prompt, you can use Imagen model. Model Garden also offers embedding APIs to extract information from text and images. Crisp is a speech-to-text model which takes audio file as input and return text. Finally, we have Cody, which can generate code, document it, write tests, and use cases which my colleague Mustafa will show you. This slide is for those who are API and AI practitioners. So, what foundation model is based on? Palm API for chat, Palm API for text, BERT models, and are used in foundation models for languages purposes. For vision, there are embedding extractor, stable diffusion version 1 to 5, blip image captioning, blip VQA, clip, and other models were available. Those are based on Model Garden. If I talk about the generative AI application landscape, what Google is providing. For text, we can use text model for marketing, sale, support for chat and email, general writing, note taking, and other. For code, we can use for code generating, code documentation, text to SQL, and other languages. I personally used Python code generation as well web builders. In image, we can use image model for image generation, consumer social application, media advertisements, and designing your images. You have speech, voice synthesis, speech models, video editing generations, and video category, and 3D. You can use 3D models and scenes to create another scenes. Also, you can use those generative AI model in generating for gaming, RPA, music, audio, and other categories. Vertex AI Model Garden. In summary, Vertex AI is a one-stop shop. You can use foundation models directly through API or through your interactive display. You can fine-tune your foundation model, customize popular open source model, and API access to task-specific solution. Lastly, Generative AI Studio is an interactive platform for testing, training, and deploying model in production. It simplifies the process of working with generative AI models. In this section, we will talk about the Vertex AI pricing works. Pricing for our services are based on the Vertex AI tools and services, storage, compute, and Google Cloud resources used. For example, we have three different tools and usages. For generative AI, Imagen model for Imagen generation would be used, that is based on Imagen input, character input, or custom training. That pricing starts from $0.0001 for text, chat, and code generation, that is based on every 1000 characters of input and every 1000 characters of output. The pricing starts at the same price per 1000 characters. In another tool, AutoML models have three categories for image data training, deployment, and prediction, that is based on time to train per node hour, which reflects resource usage, and if for classification or object detection, the price starts at $1.37 per node hour. For video data training and prediction, that is based on price per node hour, and if classification, object tracking, or action recognition, this price starts at $0.47 per node hour. And finally, for text data upload, training, deployment, and prediction, that is based on hourly rates for training and prediction, pages for legacy data upload, and text records and page for prediction. The price starts at $0.05 per hour. Lastly, our custom trained models have different pricing, that for more information you can contact our sales department. In this stage, my colleague Mustafa will provide you with some examples of Model Garden demo. Mustafa, please.
Thank you, Simon, for this insightful presentation. You have shared light on some of most exciting and powerful aspects of GCP Vertex AI and Model Garden Foundation models. Now we are about to delve into the fascinating world of large language models and explore how they can revolutionize the way we work. To do that, I will walk you through some of real world use cases that demonstrate the incredible versatilities of these models. Firstly, I will talk about image to text model. When you have images as input and you want output in a text form. So how we can utilize those image to text model for advertisements. Imagine you are in real estate business and you have just received an image of a stunning property. Now you want to make this property truly shine on social media to attract potential buyers and renters. This is where the magic of LLM image to text models come into play. It can automatically generate captivating and informative captions for your image, making your property listing and more engaging. Let's see in action. This is what GCP Vertex AI Model Garden looks like. Let's say you have JPEG or PNG images of different houses and you want to generate captions for social media posting. So the modality here is vision, and the task is to generate captions for them. And we will be using those models within generative AI studio. So as you can see, we have two models: imagine for image generation when you want to generate image from text, and the second model is imagine for captioning and visual question and answers. Let's go to imagine for caption and visual question and answers. So it takes an image and either generate captions based on the image or answer the questions about the image. It currently supports 5 languages: English, German, French, Spanish, and Italians. And these are the use cases. You can generate captions for uploaded image, or you can enable customer to engage with real-time product images. Now to try this, go to Vision Studio. To generate image, we have to upload the image. I'll just upload image, and we can set the number of captions we want to generate. Let's say we want two captions, and we can select language from this and click on generate captions. So let's wait for the model to generate captions. Okay, so as you can see, the model generated two captions: a modern house with swimming pool in front of it, a modern house with large swimming pool in front of it. Let's upload a different image and change number of captions to 3 and click on generate caption. So a large white house with gray roof, large white house with gray roof is surrounded by trees. So as you can see, it generates captions for you. And we have some advanced options here. Okay, this is about how we can utilize those LLM models for image to text to generate captions. But we are not stopping here. Next, I'll tell you about text to code model for code generation and documentation, and even write test cases using those text to code models. Let's say in a software house, when a new feature is added to a product, you often need to document the code and write test cases for quality assurance. This process can be time consuming. This is where LLM text to code model capabilities comes to rescue. They can automatically generate comprehensive code documentation and create test cases, saving your time, ensuring the code quality, and accelerating the development. Let's see in action too. As a software developer, you have to work on new feature to add payment integration modules to your Django web application. Go back to Model Garden. Let's search for the code generation model. Search for code You can see Cody for code completion. This is when you already have a piece of code and you want to complete it. But let's try Cody for code generation when you want to generate a code. So code Bison is used for code generation, and these are the use cases for unit testing, write functions, and creating class. It currently supports these languages and these infrastructures. Let's go to prompt designing. We can change the model from here. Code Bison 32K, Code Bison 001, Code Gigo. These are the smaller models which you can easily run on your mobile devices as a age. And the second thing is this temperature. It's a degree of randomness. The lower temperature is the accurate answer we will get. And in advanced options, we get token limit, which is 2048 maximum by this model, Code Bison. Now let's try this. Write Python code for Django application to add Stripe payment module. Now we have to submit this to generate a code for our Django application to basically add the Stripe payment module. And here is the code. We can set Stripe API key, and these are the function for our view class. Once software engineer integrated payment module, now SQA needs to write test cases for newly added module. For that, what we can do is write test cases for Django application to add Stripe payment module. Click on submit. Now let's wait for the model to generate test cases for this new module. So here are the unit tests. What we can do: test the Stripe API is set correctly, payment submitted correctly, processed correctly, integration test, user interface test, performance, security, and documentation test. Now, if you want to do unit testing to make sure the code will work fine in production, you can do something like write unit test for Python code. Now, what we are trying to get is the unit test so this SQA can perform testing on this code. And here is the unit test for our payment module to check if uh, remove from card view test, check out view test, to add card view test, and these are the order model tests. And now imagine you want to build a pipeline where you don't want to explicitly define or write code. Just prompt which feature you want to add and Cody will do that for you. It will write a code, generate test cases, and even validate unit test. If code passes all the tests, then we can trigger CI/CD pipeline to update our application code with the new feature added in our production pipeline. So imagine how we can increase the productivity just by implementation of these LLM models in our software development. Now the third use case is image to text model for visual question and answer. We can upload image and we can ask question what's in our image. So our image to text model will able to answer those queries. And let's begin with this scenario in an e-commerce industry. You have just launched a new product and the designing teams frequently shares images of new items. To streamline the product listing process, you employ an LLM image to text model. This model automatically extracts vital item details such as the size of item and the color of items in these images to ensure accurate and efficient product catalog management. But here is the real magic. It can even answer visual questions about these images. Let's see in action. So let's go to vision and switch to visual Q&A. So let's upload an image. Here's a product image. We have bag, t-shirt, hoodie, cap. As a marketing expert, you want to extract item information, which designing team just shared with you. So I'll write list down the items and set number of answers to 3 and click on generate. Now let's wait for the model to generate answers. So the answers is backup, cloth, backup, hoodie, mug, cell phone. Now let's say we want to extract information about hoodie. So I'll just write what is the color of hoodie and just set number to 1 because we want accurate answer. So with the maximum probability, it says the gray. And as we can see, the color of hoodie is gray. Now we can ask what is the category of hoodie and click on generate. It says it's the casual hoodie. As a marketing expert, all you want is those keywords and details for marketing purpose. Even to streamline this process, we have something for you. But before that, let's move to our final use case. We have just harnessed an image to text model to extract product details, but what next? How we can maximize the value of these information? Well, imagine you want to send a marketing emails to introduce your new product. You could manually craft an email, but that's time consuming. This is where you can use those text to text model. When you input text and you want something to be generated in a text form, they can automatically generate compelling marketing email that effectively communicate the product's value and features, driving subscriber interest and boosting sales. Let's see in action. Go back to Model Garden. Now we want to generate a text, so we'll select modality language and we want to try on Generative AI Studio. So these are the model which we can use within Generative AI Studio. So I'll select this MAM2 for text, and we will be using text Python from MAM2 large language models. These are the use cases it can use for summarization, question answering, classification, sentimental analysis, and entry extractions. Open prompt design. So here we are currently using text Bison model from ARM, which is pathway language models trained on around 540 billion parameter. It's a transformer-based large language models developed by Google AI. And we have some advanced options here. We can set the token limit, top K, top P, and number of responses we want to generate. Now, as you remember, we have some information about our new product, which is hoodie of gray color. So let's try create a marketing message for customer about our new hoodie and gray color. casual hoodie. Submit. Here, introducing our new gray color casual hoodie, the perfect way to stay warm and stylish this fall. So, this is how you can combine two different models to streamline your marketing process, which can automatically list down the items and write marketing emails for you. Even if you want to use for local development, just click on view code here and just set up Vertex AI SDK, and this is the code which you can use for local development. So I've already set up SDK here. Here is the code of our text-to-text model. We will be using this text Python 001, and the temperature is zero point 0.2, maximum output size is 256, top P 0 0.2 and top K is 40. So we want to draft a compelling marketing email introducing our new product hoodie and highlights its feature. Color is gray, category is search shirt. So if I run this, here is the output of our model, subject introducing new gray search shirt, and it automatically defines some features of sweatshirts or hoodies. It's made from soft, high quality cotton fleece. It's a cut for relaxed, comfortable fit. And similarly, our text to code model here, we can write a Python code to ingest data from Confluent topic, aggregate it on device names for each 5-minute window, and push to BigQuery. And if I run this, so it will generate a Python code which can ingest the data and aggregate it on 5-minute window and push it back to our BigQuery. So here is the code. Now, similarly, if we want to generate a speech from our text, we have text-to-speech models. We have to input in our text, like in this webinar, our main objective is to introduce GCP Model Garden. If I run this, it will generate MP3 files with audio like this one. In this webinar, our main objective is to introduce you to GCP Model Garden, a centralized hub where you can. So, with these all use cases, we have explored the full spectrum of possibilities that GCP Vertex AI Model Garden brings to our table. From writing and documenting a code, transforming images to text, answering visual questions, and even creating marketing content. So that's from my side. Now I would like someone to please conclude and move to Q&A part.
Thank you, Mustafa, for your demonstration. Now we will have our Q&A session. If you have any specific question, we are all ears. Please. Thank you for joining us today's webinar.